If you've watched The Matrix, you'll know exactly who the Oracle is. That mysterious but powerful figure that guides Neo. It's therefore quite fitting that this term has been used to refer to those off-chain data resources that are essential to the powering of the DeFi matrix. Now, there's no doubt that Chainlink is the most well-known and widely used Oracle network. However, this got me thinking, are there any other projects with a similar MO? Tokens that could tap some of that link's success? Well, yes there is. It's called the Band Protocol, and it's one that you good people have been suggesting that I take a look into. So this is exactly what this video will do. In it, I'll be taking a deep dive into the tech, use cases, pros and cons, and long-term adoption potential. I'll also be breaking down the Band tokenomics and giving you my personal price prediction for the token, so be sure to stick around for that. Before we dive into the DeFi matrix, we need to make sure that we're all safely strapped in. Firstly, you need to know that I'm not a financial advisor. Sorry. So everything that I say is purely for your educational purposes and nothing more. Please consult your financial guide before making moves in DeFi. And then, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Guy and I cover everything crypto, news, reviews, and hot coin views. If this is something you think you could get value from, then be sure to hit up that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. That way, the YouTube overlords will be sure to let you know whenever I release another vid. Okay, all set? Let's dive right in. For those that are still new to the concept of blockchain oracles, I need to give you a quick 1-minute overview. If you're already an oracle on oracles, then feel free to jump around with the timestamps that I've provided below. Quite simply, oracles are off-chain data resources that blockchains use in order to execute smart contracts. Basically, blockchains are decentralized networks that operate on parameters within their environment. They are generally secure because all of the information that forms this decentralized database can be verified on-chain. However, in order for these blockchains to be useful in the real world, they need to get access to information that is external to them. Information that is used in order to execute smart contracts and calculate outcomes. We're talking crypto prices, share prices, interest rates, political events, the whole shebang. Of course, it's not just about allowing your smart contract to reference any old data source. We need to make sure that the data has not been tampered with and is completely free of error. This is hard to do when you're referencing from centralized data sources. After all, a blockchain is only as secure as its weakest link. If an off-chain oracle is feeding the smart contracts incorrect information, then this could open the blockchain itself up to manipulation. Therefore, it's essential that these smart contract platforms are able to reference secure off-chain resources that are not only censorship-resistant, but decentralized. This is why Oracle networks like Chainlink and the Band Protocol exist. They're providing critical middleware to decentralized DeFi networks. Anyways, that was just a quick intro to oracles. If you want a more in-depth overview, I highly encourage you to watch my Chainlink video on it right over here. Okay, so you have an idea of what an oracle is, but how does the Band Protocol fit into all this? One of the main differences that you have with the Band Protocol from Chainlink is the underlying network that it was built on. You see, while Chainlink was built on the Ethereum blockchain, the Band Protocol was built on the Cosmos network using their SDK. I've covered the Cosmos network on a number of occasions, but it's basically an alternative base layer solution that is heavily focused on interoperability. Cosmos has described itself as an internet of blockchains, where different tokens and blockchains can communicate and transfer value from one another. They've even deployed an inter-blockchain communication protocol, IBC, that handles these cross-chain communications. So, why is this relevant? Well, because there are a lot of other blockchains out there that have been left out in the cold from the DeFi revolution. Blockchains with billions of dollars of value that could be better utilized and deployed in DeFi. Currently, Ethereum as a network itself does not have a broad intercommunication protocol. You cannot easily communicate between the Ethereum and Bitcoin networks, for example. However, This could all be a possibility through the use of the IBC. Okay, so this all sounds great for the Cosmos ecosystem and projects built on it, but what does it mean for the band protocol? Well, it basically means that the band protocol is blockchain agnostic and can serve data to most of the publicly available blockchains. So, not only can Ethereum-based dApps and platforms use the band protocol, but also dApps built on other smart contract blockchains. That's a vast ecosystem of untapped potential, all looking for a Chainlink-esque solution for their off-chain data needs. Now, while this is one of the primary benefits of the band protocol having been built on the Cosmos network, there are a number of other advantages that come from it. One of these is the speed and scalability of the network. You see, Cosmos uses the Tendermint core consensus method. This is the first proof-of-stake consensus mechanism which makes use of the underlying principles of practical Byzantine fault tolerance, or PBFT algorithm. However, Tendermint implemented a number of optimizations and improvements on the original algorithm to develop the Tendermint BFT algorithm. The exact optimizations and improvements are beyond the scope of this video, but all you need to know is that it is fast. This speed considerably outstrips those blockchains that use proof-of-work algorithms or other, more bulky proof-of-stake algorithms. So, what's the benefit for the band protocol here? Well, firstly, it means that the data can be served much more quickly. This is essential for those DeFi projects that reference data which changes quickly and constantly needs to be updated. This means that the smart contracts can be run more efficiently. Given the efficiency of the Tendermint core, it also means that data processing is cheaper. Those projects that are currently hampered by the high gas costs would be interested in alternatives that can provide this data with less computational cost. These scaling limits are well known on the Ethereum blockchain and are one of the primary reasons that we're moving to ETH 2.0. Although in that case, the consensus method and scaling solutions will be different to that of Cosmos and the Tendermint core. Anyways, this is just a basic overview of the underlying band protocol tech stack. I've linked to the docs below if you want a bit more of an in-depth read. I want to move on now and take a look at the unique tokenomics of the band protocol. Band, ticker BAND, is the native token on the Band chain. There is a total supply of 100 million Band with a circulating supply of just over 20 million. There are a number of different use cases for the token. These include: they can be used by token holders to run their own validator nodes, staking. They can be delegated to other validator nodes who pay a percentage of returns earned. They can be used to participate in on-chain governance. Validators will earn a fee in Band as a reward for processing the transactions. So let's take a look at each of those, shall we? Firstly, you can be a validator on the network. As a validator, you're tasked with propagating new blocks and keeping the network secure. You'll earn rewards proportional to the amount of Band that you hold. This is typical of most proof-of-stake systems. These validators have to make sure that they keep their node online constantly to make sure that they're not missing out on block propagation. It's also a bit more technical, and you have to be familiar with command line operations. In order to become a validator on the network, you have to express your interest in this form. Currently, there are quite a few validators on the network, as you can see over here. These guys actually have an important function, in that not only do they operate as a node that protects the network, but they also give users the opportunity to delegate their stake to them. Essentially, if you hold Band tokens and you would like to earn some staking returns, then you can delegate your Band to these nodes. They'll make sure to maintain a node and keep it up for you in return for a small fee. Essentially, if you've delegated staking on any other blockchain like Tezos or EOS, then you'll know how it works. When it comes to the staking reward, this will vary. Given that it's built on the Cosmos network, this ranges between 7% to 20%. It will be adjusted up or down in order to target a staking percentage of 66% of the supply. Currently, the staking rewards are about 15.5%, with just over 81% of the network staked. If you wanted to stake your Band, then there are a number of wallets and services that you could use to do that. These include via the Math wallet, Atomic wallet, Cosmos Station wallet, heck, you can even stake Band from your Ledger hardware wallet, the safest option in my opinion. Anyways, I've linked to a number of guides below that help you out with the staking process. Moving on to the next use case, we have the governance component. As someone who has delegated out your stake, you'll be able to vote on important polls for the banned protocol. So not only do the delegators earn returns from their stake, but they'll also have the option to vote on the future development of the blockchain. Now, of course, you're not obligated to vote. If you don't participate, then you inherit the vote of the validator that you staked on. The final use for the token is perhaps the most interesting. This is the utility of the token in that you will have to pay fees in order to process your transactions and run computations. As is the case with Ethereum, this is termed gas, and it's consumed wherever a computationally expensive operation is performed. The gas fee is determined by market dynamics.